Cyclone Kenneth appears to be intensifying significantly in the latest hours as it moves very close to Grande Comore of the Comoros Islands as a Category 1 storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale, estimated winds 85 miles per hour and a pressure of 978 millibars. The CDPS scale shows that the storm still poses a massive rainfall potential as well as a significant wind potential over the next few days as it moves over the Comoros Islands and into northern Mozambique. A stage 5 devastating potential for this storm if it does go as we expect it to. Current wind field displayed on the screen there, 11 degrees south, 43.8 degrees east. Indeed, the Comoros Islands may be receiving tropical storm force winds now and possibly hurricane force winds, and that will continue overnight tonight. It's just 59 miles from Moroni, the capital of the Comoros, 250 from Mtwara in the southern part of Tanzania, 259 from Pemba in Mozambique, 357 from Montepuez, and 416 from Nampula. Tropical storm conditions are possible in the yellow areas in the next 48 hours. The storm itself is pretty much obscuring the Comoros because it's directly over those islands at the moment. And as stated, the rest of tonight into the early hours of the morning are going to be pretty crazy for that region, particularly on the main island. The storm's going to be moving fairly quickly, going to make landfall in northern Mozambique late Thursday by the looks of things now. It's small and it's moving fairly quickly as stated, so wind speeds will be short and sharp, I expect. Will only last a few hours compared to over half a day in some other storms, and then it will dissipate rather quickly as well after it moves inland over Mozambique. But the residual rainfall will continue for several days after that, and we do anticipate at least 600 millimeters of rain to fall over parts of northern Mozambique, which could deliver huge amounts of flooding, possibly even on a par with Idai last month. Sea surface temperatures very warm, that will be fueling the storm, 29 or even 30 degrees Celsius. This is a model output showing the storm moving into Mozambique, possibly peaking according to the JTWC as a Category 3 storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale before weakening and then making landfall in Mozambique. We expect that its landfall intensity will be roughly 160 kilometers per hour, possibly a little bit higher than that. That's over 100 miles per hour. Of course, we could get higher gusts than that as well when the storm does strike. And this is a look at the chance of tropical storm force winds, 98% at Moroni, 60% at Pemba, and 30% at Montepuez. For Mtwara, I believe those percentage chances are fairly low as well, given that it's on the northern side of that coastal bend. Here's a look at some of the models, the HWRF and CTCX really going off the deep end there, expecting mid to high range Category 4. Not sure whether that's going to happen, but it is in the midst of possibly rapid intensification right now, owing partially to low wind shear underneath 10 knots there. Sea surface temperature is very warm as mentioned. The track forecast is pretty much set in stone for a straight line west-southwest into northernmost Mozambique Thursday night. Latest satellite imagery shows the storm proceeding towards the west, and given its quick movement in those latest frames, landfall in Mozambique may well come sooner than we expect. We already put it back from Friday now to Thursday, so it could be earlier in the day on Thursday. That really just means that the message is even stronger to be prepared for this storm in Mozambique, because it's on its way very quickly indeed. You can see the ice starting to pop out there in those later frames. Not sure about its structure, but if it is a proper eye and a good well-defined one, this could be blowing up massively right now. Stay tuned. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. Of course, you can come into direct contact with us by messaging Fool13 on Discord at extension 9094 and Force13 on Skype. And our partners are also doing updates, Mateo e Cyclone Maurice on Facebook.